I guess this morning was one of those images that popped out at me. And I won't lie, I had to comment. I think I even commented twice because I saw different pictures and I'm like, this girl is beautiful. Stunning young lady. Her name is Lynn Chitewe. And she, apart from being beautiful, she is influencer who has now decided that she's going to be working on her own skincare line. And we'll find out why. Good morning, Lynn.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
You're just gorgeous. Thank you. Look at that skin. Is this why we've got a skincare line there? Because you've got beautiful skin.
Yes, look at you too. You look gorgeous.
I think sometimes, sometimes I bath.
I know,
So
it's every time.
Lynn, tell me a little bit about how you found yourself in the space you're in now.
Okay, so the skincare and hair care side, I started during COVID. Well, everything kind of started during COVID.
A lot of things started during COVID. We're grateful for that part.
Yeah, so I was experimenting a lot when I saw influencers make skincare and hair care products. So my first was frying my mom's rosemary with a little bit of coconut oil, which choked me for a bit, but then...
Was she amused with you using her kitchen ingredients?
She was not. For a while, she was not amused with me.
Yeah.
So I kept on going on and on and on till I figured out, well, I want to do this because I actually then started loving my hair that time. So I pursued it and then started to formulate and then had a market research. That's when I launched Shona Hand Skin.
You had the whole process, didn't you? The formulation, market, and some of us will just wake up like, and our first thing is, okay, who can package things for me in China, for example?
Oh my God.
You went through the whole process. Why was that important for you?
I did. Because I knew a little bit about hair, but I wanted to know more about it. And this was the time when I was still in college. I put my books aside and I said, let me learn more about what I really want to do. So I went through all the stages, decided I would make my own products so that no one jeopardizes the whole process.
So you talked about frying rosemary in my mom's kitchen.
Oh my God.
How many more experiments took place in the kitchen before you actually got to a phase where you were like, okay, these are my initial products, this is what I'm initially going to offer?
I don't want to lie, it took a lot. Because at some point I would make a product and my scalp would be itchy. And then I'd say, this is not going to work.
So you tried all these things on yourself?
I did.
Did you try them on Mama?
Sometimes. When she wasn't looking. I did.
Yeah.
And then she started noticing her hair became a little bit thicker. That's when she said, okay, same sort of mango. That's when I told her,
That's when she took an interest.
Yeah.
Before it was just, man.
And it was lockdown, so things were a bit hard to get.
Yeah.
But I still sneaked in during the night and I tried to make a few things.
How was explaining this new passion to your friends and family and getting them to understand the vision that you had for your brand?
Well, I'm laughing because it was kind of tough for them to see my vision because I'm that funny person that no one takes seriously. So when I started telling them I want to do something to do with hair and skin, their first thought was, oh my God, Ashado needs a They were so worried for a while.
But you see, that's a line itself. Hair remover.
Yeah, that's what they thought. Oh my God, and we're looking at lawsuits. But then when they started to see the vision, they got on board with me. And my brother actually decided to design my logos. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm listening to you and I'm looking at you and I'm like, okay, it's not for me to then buy into. It's not that difficult because you already have beautiful skin. Have you always had beautiful skin, or is it something that again had to be part of a process that led you to where you are?
It was a process. Well, I had nice skin to begin with, and then when I started...
Say beautiful skin, it's beautiful.
I don't want to be too much. But I had beautiful skin beforehand, and then when I started formulating, there were hiccups along the way. I burnt part of my skin one time. I had acne on my forehead one time.
Wow.
So I really went through the process of trying to figure out what exactly was going to work. And then now that's where I am.
Wow.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm very fascinated by figuring out what works for who and how it works for who, which is also part of, I think, the process of, formulation, where something that interacts badly with your skin may not interact badly with your brother's skin, for example. Speaking of which, were you putting stuff on your brother as well?
Everyone had to partake.
Everyone had to be part of it.
Everyone had to partake.
So how did you learn to figure out the different skin types and what reacts differently with which skin types? Just among the group of people you were, I'm going to call it abuse because this was abuse during the initial
No, it was love. So I'm lucky enough to have a sister who studied cosmetology. So she then helped me identify different skin types, from dry to normal to extremely oily skin. So I decided to test that on my family members to see who had which type of skin, and then try to formulate something that went according to their skin type. So I made my brother a butter with avocado butter with a little bit of grapeseed oil. He was suffering from eczema and it started to fade away.
Fancy. Avocado with grapeseed. Okay.
Yeah, so when we saw that it was working on his skin, that's when we knew that people with eczema could actually use the butter that I was making for the skin.
Oh yes, because people with eczema skin is very, very sensitive. It's an
Extremely.
which also in itself is just a different market segment altogether, isn't it?
Yes.
Now, tell me about the brand. Why was it specifically named the way it was named?
It took time to figure out what I wanted to name it. And then I just started to go back to my roots. And Shona really sounded nice to me because I'm Shona, but it do cater for everyone, not just the Shona people, but everyone else. So when I was busy looking for a name, I thought my name wouldn't work. Shona is just authentic to when I decide to then do international shipping.
Oh yes, I love that we're talking about international shipping.
Yes.
That's great. Now, as someone who's dabbled in influencing as well, what are you learning about the business side of things from a influential business owner perspective?
Well, the influential side taught me how to market different brands and then actually see what people want to invest their time in watching. So that really helped me start creating content for my page.
Where are we going with this? It's about almost a year old now?
Yes.
Where are we going with it? Let's not even go beyond 2 years, but what are we building towards?
So when I started the year, I wrote in my journal that before July, I want to have my brand in 3 other major cities, because currently I'm using FedEx to ship out to other cities. So I want to look at the ones that a lot of people ask for the product, then I can branch in those cities.
Okay.
So we're looking at national expansion.
Love it, love it. Where do we find you if you want to just place our orders, if you want to know what's in your catalog? Where do we reach you?
Okay, we have an Instagram page and a Facebook page. It's Shona Skin and Hair. You can always get in touch there, or you can contact us at 0777 817 206.
Okay, all right. Lynn, I'm going to believe our skin is safe with you.
Very safe.
And we will be watching that growth as you go around the country and then eventually around the world. We do wish you all the best. Thank you so much for sitting down with us this morning.
Thank you so much for having me.
Konapo. Ipapo pa ZTN Prime. DSTV channel 294. The place to be.